Every time you achieve a dream, you discipline the fear.
Hi Akim.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Nice that you have time.
Thank you.
And thank you for giving me the chance to go for an interview with you.
Thanks to you. Thanks for the opportunity.
All right. There's just a couple of questions I have for you. You can just answer them right away. How you feel, and if you just say, Timo, this a stupid question, I won't answer it. Then we just move on. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Akim, what brings you out of bed in the morning?
Well, I think it depends on the season. Most of the time is, of course, the passion. I choose this style of life because that's what brings me out of bed every day. It's much easier. I remember when I was in Paris, it was actually the hardest part of the day was to wake up. But here, like with the style of life I have, either like to free diving, sailing, or spearfishing, it's quite easy to wake up and not miss the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it that you would say? Something that you're burning for? What is the passion that actually motivates you every day to live the life that you live in?
Well, I can really say that all my childhood dreams, I made them. I have one left but give me the motivation and actually like you said, the burn to keep on and fighting hard for it. So I would say, yeah, just to realize actually that you can achieve dreams and you can do what you dream to do when you're a kid, and there's still few and you can do them, and just like one day just look backward and say, I've done it. And I think every time you achieve a dream, it changes you as the person. I don't believe that what changes you is the will. I think it's a psychological effect or shock, and realizing a dream and being aware of that you did this dream is a psychological shock that will change you in better, and you get more confident about yourself, and you understand really the value of life. The things are possible to be made. How hard are they? Difficult to do? You can do them.
Okay. How do you handle expectations?
From people or from myself?
Maybe we start within yourself.
Well, I used to always say, I always had this thought that bigger the dream, closer you'll be to it. It's like I have always had big dreams, and bigger they are, it's harder to lose them from your side. What I mean by that, like from your side, means like I always had like really big dreams that maybe they're relatively not big for other people, but for me and where I come from, they're big. And it didn't matter for me that I reached them in that moment, but it's the distance, what I do on that way, like what other doors it opens. Example, I would say that if I was having X, I dream that I will call it X, okay, and on my way to that, doesn't matter when I'm gonna do it, is what happens on my way to get there. Okay. Sometimes there's new doors opening, and don't miss the opportunity, and these doors slowly until I get to my goal. So my expectation, let's say, is that doesn't matter if I achieve my goal, is I try every day to do it. And what is rewarding is the experience I had on that way.
Okay.
So I'm very easy with that. Like most important for me is like the expectation is like every day I wake up trying to do it.
Okay, so actually you want to fulfill your own expectations.
Yeah, of
okay.
course. That's what drives me to do what I did in my life the last 12 years since I turned 18. I traveled, and all my travels were related to my expectation, and they never changed. More get in, of course, over the time. I didn't miss opportunities to do new things, but the expectations are always the same.
Okay. How do you handle expectations from outside?
From outside. Can you develop, please?
So, other people having maybe expectations on you. How do you handle these expectations coming from the outside?
Well, in my education, like the way I've been educated, and I come from martial arts first, That's how I grew up in. Like really, that's what my part education and my family education, which made who I am today. And I grew up surrounded by family and friend. And I always think it's the expectation of people is important. Like what they expect from you, and you want or you don't want, you should have the will to fulfill the expectation of your friend or family. So if they don't go against my own expectation or my own goal, I will always be willing to help. I truly believe that life should be like this. We're humans, and it's important to help people that they have expectation from you, people you know or people you don't know. I've always lived my life trying to help as much as I can, if they don't directly affect my own goals.
Okay.
So I think it's important when you have, especially in the sport, like to kind of try to understand the expectation of people that you care about is important.
Okay. How do you handle moments of fear?
Well, I think moments of fear, it's part of you. And I remember when I was fighter in Muay Thai before, and this is when I understood actually fear. If you discipline the fear, is one of the big. It's a driving force. Mm-hmm. It's truly a driving force in human being. You can do through fear amazing things, but if you don't discipline it, it can crystallize you and make you lose. And makes you lose your capacities in extreme moments.
Okay. How do you do that?
Basically accepting it. I think fear, it's a feeling like any other feelings, part of human beings, and it's probably one of the most powerful forces that can drive humans. It's like through fear people have evolved. Through fear people have done things that in history that we never thought possible. It's just because they didn't have a choice and they had to do it. And it was... For me, it's like I accept fear and just don't let it drive my life. I use fear if I'm going to do a deep dive, I would not, of course I would be afraid of the depth, but I would be more afraid to not do it and come back to the surface and say to myself, you failed. What are you going to do about it? And what I'm going to do about it is to prevent that. It's like I will make myself ready and accept the fear to avoid doing mistake, because if fear is here is to protect you from danger, but it doesn't mean you don't do what you have to do. So I always educated myself like this, and it works. Of course you always have fear part of your life, and I think the mistake is to try to fight. You can't fight it. It's a feeling that is part of you, and you can't stop being. You can just discipline this fear.
Okay. Yes. So you've been just talking about a successful dive, something you achieved. What does success mean to you? What is success for you?
Success for me depends on the circumstances. If we give an example of a fight, if we give an example of a dive, it's always, in both of these sports, there's a danger. So a successful dive is, of course, come back safe and healthy from a fight in Muay Thai, from sailing around some place, because I sail in solitaire, and I know the fact of being successful is in the end coming back healthy.
Okay.
But always also successful means whatever I've done between my distance A to B, everything was organized, I was prepared, and I was trained for it, and I took advices, and I learned from my mistake. And that is what is being successful about the goal. Sometimes like dreams comes in a way that we don't expect them. Mm-hmm. And most important things in life is from that is like what you done between this A and B distance to get to your goal. Yeah. I hope this answers.
So what I'm getting out of it is actually coming back from what you did and still being healthy, achieving it.
Yes, achieving it. This is what is success. It's like doing it, had fun doing it, and basically calculating the risk, the different aspect of an event, mm-hmm. and everything as calculated happened. That's what is successful. That's what makes me feel okay. I'm intelligent, and I can achieve things because I could prevent risk, prevent things that could go cross my way to this dream or this successful dive or fight.
Okay. What are the 3 values for you that are most important for you in your life?
I would say generosity,
Okay, generosity.
Being human, you have to be generous, not like materially, but like giving attention to people when they need it. You know that, or you don't know. I think I always believe that you don't need to go 5,000 kilometers to help people. I think you don't have to look for people to help. I think if someone comes and asks you for help, this is the moment to help. Whatever it comes, is like people come to you, need to help, and this is part of like being open to people. That's one important value that it's not always easy to do nowadays, but I try to stick to it, just to honor the education of my father and my family.
Okay.
The second value is, of course, determination. It's like when you have a goal in your life, it's never gonna be easy. You're gonna always have things coming along the way that will make it hard, and success will never come in the beginning. So it's the determination. It's like you fail, stand up again, and you go again. You fail, you stand again, and you go again. And that's life drive. It's like when we're a kid, we fall and we stand and we walk again. And it's what I believe is like it's every day like this, just with a different perspective maybe. It's
Okay.
Like, so determination is like no matter what happened, you have a goal, you don't give up because it's hard, but you keep standing up and going for it. Keep repeating things until it works.
Okay. Number 3?
Number 3, well, I think enjoying what I do.
Okay.
Even if when it's hard, I have to find a way to keep enjoying it and loving what I do.
Okay. So generosity, determination,
And love what I do.
and love what you do.
Love what I do, yes. That's very important.
Cool. Is there one thing or one special moment you like to achieve within your lifetime?
Well, as I said, I kind of did most of it, honestly. Like, and I always hear that, and something I love is like the enemy of good is better. So far, so good, and I'm happy with it. I still have, of course, things I want to do in my life, and they come or they don't come. I'm very happy that I'm working on it. That's what actually keeps me happy in everyday life. Is like I know I've sacrificed a lot of other things just to keep trying every day doing it.
Okay.
Yes.
Last but not least, can you point out 3 things or 3 moments that make you happy?
3 moments that made me happy.
Or that make you happy right now?
Have made me or make me happy?
That make you happy?
What makes me happy? Well, being here, being able to do something I love, really. Like, I mean, waking up every day, going to train, coaching people, seeing people improving, seeing myself improving, and seeing that what I believe could work on me and my training actually does. That makes me happy. I feel like, okay, I'm satisfied by what I do. Second thing is being a father. I'm very happy of that every day of my life. Like hearing my daughter, seeing my daughter, that makes me very happy, and my son. And the third, being with the right people around me. I grew up actually not making so much difference between family and friends. I've really grew up surrounded by friends and family, and you know, as we said, like being surrounded by good friends, and for me, I feel like I'm with family. And that would really make me happy. When I'm not surrounded by people that I truly consider as family or friend and I could trust, it's it's part of loneliness that, of course, doesn't make happy anybody, I think. Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, thank you very much for answering the question, for having your time.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to you for your time.
Sure. All right. Let's move on. That's Johnny's ice cream.